Do you have trouble finishing the projects you start? I used to. Still struggle with it a little bit, but I'm getting way better. So let me tell you what happened. This morning, hello by the way. This morning, I was having my quiet time. I was going to read in the book of Psalms. Don't know which psalm. I was turning there. And while turning there, I come across the book of Haggai, just kind of flipping through, and I'm like, for some reason it stood out. And I continued to flip towards Psalms, but I'm like, why is that Haggai sticking in my spirit? Why am I feeling like I need to turn there? So I turn there, and in the introduction part, there's an introduction part in the Bible, in most of the Bibles. And in the intro, it said that. It said, do you have trouble finishing your projects? And I was like, Lord, are you speaking to me? And so I thought, I need to read this book. It's a very short book. It's only 2 chapters. And I read it. Haggai, if I'm pronouncing his name right, was a prophet. And Haggai was sent to give a message to the people who had returned from Babylonian exile. And they had started to rebuild the temple that they were ordered to do by God. And at some point, though, they had abandoned the project. They abandoned it because of enemy threats, right? So it was abandoned, and they kind of just let it go. But Haggai was sent to remind them, you need to finish building the temple. You need to finish what you started. And so they did. They honored this message from Haggai, and they started to rebuild the temple. And they did rebuild the temple. They finished what they started. And it tells us in the scriptures that God blessed them for finishing what they started. And so this, as it relates to you and me, if you are a person who needs to finish something that you've started, that God has put in your heart to do, that you haven't finished it, you need to finish it. And God will. He will bless the work that you have started and committed to finish. So, what work have you started that you need to finish? This kind of ties in too with a video I did just not that long ago. If I can, I'll link it, to stay on course. So this is just a reminder for you and me. Stay the course. Finish what God has put in your heart to do. Are you writing a book? Are you taking a class? Are you working on an art project? Whatever it is, I don't know. Finish what you started.